Man.
What it
Okay.
do?
It do, brother. It do. It
We
First
bite.
off, let me say this. To the 3 or the 4 that is in the house, shalom. We thank you for being with us. It might be a light night for show tonight because this is our first time back. Really didn't give a big announcement that we were going to come and do a show tonight. So whoever come in the house, the building tonight, we want to say thank you. First of all. Second, let me say thank you to my brother Ayob as well, man. I missed you, man.
Yeah, and I missed you too, bro. I missed you, man.
I did.
Missed y'all,
missed you, man. This feels really, really strange. I'm not gonna lie to you. It feels real strange.
I don't know what to do with my hands or nothing. I'm just over here fiddling. I'm busy moving stuff around.
Exactly. Right.
Fixing my camera.
Oh, I just lost my camera.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Nah,
look, we picking up right where we left off.
Right.
What in the world?
What they stay the same.
Oh,
what in
welcome
the
back.
world? Right. How did that happen?
Only the Most High knows.
Right. I'm gonna leave out and come right back, y'all.
That wasn't scripted.
Man.
Here it is again, in the building once again. Picking up right where we left off today. It's been 3 months or more. Now come to the door and come and chilled with the Truth Be Told Flex Podcast. And here we are. We come together. I got to keep y'all entertained, man. We back, man. I'm so glad to be back. Banaf and Sheer will be back in just a second. But while they're coming back in, we going to get the cameras and there he is again.
Man, I tell you what, hey, I ain't nothing changed.
And hey, look, we picked right up where we left off.
You understand? Thank you, baby. Like, my goodness, that right there was weird. That's one problem that I should not have an issue with all the money I spent on this laptop. I'll take this joker back to Best Buy. I tell you that.
Before they close.
Come on now.
Somebody bring me my coffee.
Yeah, I can deal with some of them other issues, but there's one issue that I should not have. Shaka Boom, we have missed you.
You know
we really have. She is Mahalik Yahoo Shalom. Thank you for being in as well. That is peace and grace to the house of Ayo Ben Yahoo. Man, we when did we air off, man? Last January?
January? I think it was January. The last Thursday in January we signed off.
December 31st.
Yeah, December 31st.
She's absolutely right. It was December 31st. Yep, she's absolutely right. Last day of December. Yeah. Delta just asked, so we going live. We live now. It's a lot of people probably didn't get the notification because we've been off for so long. YouTube probably took us off of the the regular. So it's a lot of people probably don't even know that we here. It's not gonna be something regular. But the brother hit me up and say, yo, man, we ought to just come back and do a recap on a lot of the things that's been happening. And he read my mind. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to ask him, but I was like, you know what, man, I ain't gonna do that because the brother probably enjoyed it. Yeah,
that vacation, it was vacationing, wasn't it?
I was like, so when he mentioned it to me, I was like, bro, you read my mind, man. I said that had to be the Ruach. Had to be.
You know it. Look, when I printed out my stuff, the printer was like, oh, wait a minute.
Right.
We what is going on? There's a
Right.
rumble in these bones. There's a
Right.
in these bones.
Yes, indeed, man. But we got some pretty good topics, man, that we want to bring up tonight. This might be a little bit different than how we ran it in the previous. I know for a fact that we are not going to have a critical race theory. We're going to be a little bit more laid back. It's going to be more conversational tonight. We're not gonna, I don't know. Well, I know that I'm not. I see my man said he ran his printer and I see he got his pen out as well. So I'm not going to be as technical as it used to be. I'm going
I
to
wrote
be a
down
little
some
laid
stuff.
back. No, brother, not at all. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. But yeah, we really just really want to have fun tonight. The elect 1258 Shalom Obadiah, brother, what's happening,
Yeah.
man? And some of the things that we're bringing up tonight, man, I tell you that this is just a few of the topics, man, because it was like from the time we got off air,
the night we January 31st, it started.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man, I think we aired off at the wrong time, but what's his name? David L. Roper. Let me get him queued up as well. Man,
Boy,
the Christian church, the Christian church is in the shambles, y'all. I've been doing a lot of talking. I'm gonna be quiet for a minute. Banat, you got anything that you want to say?
Nothing really that you guys haven't already kind of talked about, other than the fact that, like you said, the news picked up as soon as we we went off the air. The news and it was rapid fire, all kinds of topics, everything that we would have touched. You name it, we probably would have hit on it. But I think this is the point of the show tonight, to kind of recap and bring some things to the forefront that maybe the people didn't know, and then kind of discuss some of the things that they did know. So,
right.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. We don't have a whole lot of topics, but we're going to take our time on the topics that we do have. I was looking for something G-rated with this Apostle David L. Roper that we could probably share.
You ain't gonna find nothing.
Nah, there's no way I'm going to play that video. I tell you what, if you guys want to know anything about it before we even get to it, just take you a few minutes and go Google David L. Roper explicit sermon. That way you will be up on what it is that we're talking about tonight. I'm not going to air that sermon on the show.
You know we in trouble when you can't play a sermon from the black church.
Come on,
think about that. Think about the words we have. We can't even play it. It's that bad.
Yeah. Now you might catch it on Motalk. Hey, 100%. You might catch it on Motalk.
That's the plug. So later on, y'all go over to Motalk if you want to see the video. There it is.
Yeah, but we are not gonna run that thing over here, man.
That thing is profanity laced.
Yeah, it really is, man. So we got that tonight, man. How have you been vacationing, man?
Bruh, actually, man, I've been vacationing, but been a little busy in ministry, man. Just taking care of the family. Me and the wife just got back from Florida, from the wonderful tropical weather of Miami. Officiated a wedding. It was beautiful. Shouts to Hebrew couple Corey and Chudney Campbell. They are now honeymooning in Jamaica, Wagwan, as they would say.
Now.
So shouts to them and the Campbell family for coming together, forging of two families. Congratulations. The vows, the ceremony was beautiful. But yeah, we've been growing, man, building, stand close to the Most High. And we've been, missing y'all, man. So we good. We glad to be back.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna throw this little thing out there, man. Like I say, this might not be a regular thing, but man, my brother if you ever want to just touch the microphone again to come back over this thing, you just let me know. You know I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it, brother. You
Yeah,
got it.
that is for real. I am there. I am there. But yeah, man. Obadiah, Asaya, Yahoo, man. Jamil, the trunk rattler. That's my brother,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that is my brother. Thank you for coming up in here. Delta just hit me up while ago and asked me was going live. I think I replied back to a funny story. I'm finna tell you a funny story before we get to cranking, okay? Hey, just catching up with your boy for real, man. I'm gonna tell you this. To every customer that I have that tells me I do not look my age, I want to thank y'all for real. But with that, 52 is real deal. Man, let me tell you what happened to me last night, brother.
Uh-oh.
And my wife saw it in real time. You see this thing right here? It's my phone.
Your phone.
Right? Yeah. Just about everybody got a pen. Go to their phone, right? Everybody's phone is locked. You got a pen to get inside your phone, and that's your pen. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And we run those pens so frequently throughout the day that we probably don't know what the pen is. It's like muscle memory. When you open up your phone, just pick it up. Boom, 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 boom. Phone open up. You dig what I'm saying? Yesterday, I sent my daughter a text message, and while I was doing something, laid the phone down. It was next to my wife. I said, baby, what did she say? She said, I don't know. So she picked up my phone. I go to tell her my PIN number so she can open up the phone. That's right, gentlemen. I give my wife my PIN. I don't care. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey,
That's
it ain't
right.
always been like that, but it's like that now.
All praises. All praises for growth.
It ain't always been like, hey,
come on,
growth,
somebody.
you understand? So, and it feels good, right?
Absolutely.
So, but hey, check it out. I tell her the pin to get into the phone don't open. So, boy, it was that moment I was like, wait a minute. What does that mean? Right? I get the phone, brother. I was locked out of my phone.
Oh,
to remember my own pin. It went from 5 seconds to 15 seconds to 2 minutes. And now, brother, you can't get to your phone till another 5 minutes. I said, okay, wait a minute, hold up. Let me stop. Now, it got facial recognition on the phone, right? But anybody know that Android facial recognition does not work as well as iPhone facial.
Right,
I mean, that iPhone recognition is bad. They just look at this, think they gonna look at an iPhone and that joker open up, right? Android not so. Android, like, you know what? I recognize this nigga today at the bar. I don't recognize him. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hit and miss. You know what I'm saying? Last night it was actually letting me in with my face, right? But if I get a haircut, it might not let me in. So I get my tablet and phone both have the same passcode. Locked out of it. I sat there, man, and I just said, wait a minute. I asked my wife, I said, is this the beginning of a moment, baby? Like, is this an early old set? I was
right.
like,
right. Good. Jeez.
He was for real having a senior moment.
I was having a senior moment. I finally got into the tablet. So I said, okay, so I know what the code is, but I still couldn't get into the phone with the code. I was in the phone, but because it recognized my face. So after my time expired, because I did it so many times, I locked it, ran the code, and it let me in. But brother, you talking about,
man, I know you was like, bro, what in the world?
I locked myself out of my phone.
Man,
look, I could not remember. I couldn't even get my fingers to act right. I was looking at my thumb like, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Quit playing with me.
Good.
Just do
it. Look, bro. Yeah. We ain't spring chickens no more.
Man.
Sometimes just the smallest thought can leave and never return. You be like, man, that's wild.
Forgot what you walked into the room for?
I've been doing that since about 23, though. So
well,
walking to the room. Walk into the
Just
room,
standing.
leave back out.
Yeah,
Come
just
back
standing
again and
there.
just stand there with your
I
hands.
just go in there and just stand there. Yeah, and just look around.
And you do realize you can no longer say what the old folks used to say because you are effectually the old folks.
Is that a weird feeling? Like,
It is.
Is it just me? But that's a weird feeling because I've always been the younger cat, and now I'm actually
right.
And
Yeah.
the young cats, they ain't got no problem reminding you that you either, boy.
You're not
Yeah.
You old school.
School or OG, one of the two.
Yeah.
School,
Well,
OG, depend
old
on,
school
but
OG.
still,
Yeah.
I thought Unc was the last one. Oh, old school is the last one.
Everywhere I go now, bro, I'm up. What up,
Yeah.
Them YNs call. What up,
Is that disrespectful to you? Just real talk.
No.
Shalom,
Look,
yeah,
I embrace it. Look, I embrace it. Because just like you, I want to apologize to all the old people I used to laugh and pick at about going to bed early. I apologize and I repent. Because I be in the bed soon as that sun start going down. Yes, sir, it's time to start winding down, player.
You know how often I eat sleep for dinner? I've been so excited to go to bed.
Right. Be looking forward to the bed. I can't wait.
Man, I be at work thinking about getting home, taking a shower, getting to bed. I could just skip dinner on a lot of them nights, man. Like real talk. Just come on. Oh, it's Shalom Obadiah. I don't know what Unc you was talking about, but I'll take that though.
Shalom, Obi. Shalom, Unc.
I'll take that, man.
Yeah, he one of those YNs out there. Him and Asada, they the YNs.
Right.
They YNs.
Yes, indeed, man. He one of the good YNs though. That's hey, cause say some of them YNs, man, look here, so disrespectful, man. Bruh.
These boys out here today, boy. Some of the YNs in the truth. Disrespectful.
Some of the old heads in the truth, disrespectful. Go ahead.
I come across a couple a few weeks ago, but that's another topic for another day.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet they had fringes on too.
Oh, definitely. He might be on Facebook screaming at the screen. He might be watching. But I told him, so you an emotional and insecure YN. Oh.
That's most of them though.
Bruh, that's most. Listen, if anybody else, and I'm gonna say this, I know we got to move on.
But we good tonight.
Especially our men. It is a mental health issue. I am convinced, especially in this truth, I get it as far as the world is concerned. But if anybody, especially men in this truth, call me over a Facebook post or getting unfriended on Facebook, bruh, that is, don't call me about Facebook no more. Oh, are y'all talking about me? Why did you unfriend me, bruh? Nah, bruh. Yes, it is so, unfortunately, but now I got a phone call.
I don't even know if you entertain it because I'm that, and my wife is right there. In case you think I'm lying, I'm that dude, man. I might give you a grin or a smirk, but bro, I ain't even finna go there with you on nothing like that, man. If that's what it is that you think, that's what you gonna keep thinking. Cause nigga, I ain't finna clear that up for you.
Right. And that's another thing. You just said it. Men, again, when it comes to social media, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to clear up nothing as far as that, man. Unless you literally tag them and said something to them. That's different. That's a different type of art, what the word talks about. But you don't call me and saying, I know posts are generalized. Then the very next thing you say is that the post was about you, bruh.
Yeah.
We can't be in this truth teaching and preaching, doing this stuff, man.
It's too many, and I'm talking within the truth and out of the truth. It is too many of this newer generation that is emotional, and that's men and female. And it's like they have very little. And if you young on here, you know, I'm not talking about you unless
Right.
I'm talking about you. I'm gonna put it
Right.
like
There
that.
you
You
go.
already know how you made. Okay, so
Right.
I learned a long time ago that you don't put everything and all your chickens in the same pot.
Right.
I don't know if I said that right or not, but you know what I'm talking about, right? But it's too many of them out that is so
Too many, man.
emotionally challenged. They are sensitive. You can't tell them anything. They think they know everything,
Everything.
and everything is about them.
Yeah.
And you know, you look and I don't know if this is by design. Maybe you guys can answer the question because we know that in every generation they have some kind of pitfall for the younger for that time of that generation. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's by design, but that's exactly what we're looking at right now is a bunch of emotional,
insecure.
but they are very intelligent. They are like to the extreme. It's so much. You ever heard that saying? You could be so smart that you crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about this. You're right in a sense, but a lot of them are intelligent. But this particular cat, I told him he was being obtuse, which obtuse means, you know, annoying just to be annoying, and he lost it.
He lost it. Yeah.
He's you trying to use big words on me? No, I would just say you because you're not.
I'm not trying. I did.
Right. Like and again, yeah, just like Hundo said, no common sense, can be book smart, got degrees, and I thank the Most High I was able to learn from my experiences, and these guys will tell you all the time. As men, I talk about there's no reason to have an experience in life if you're not learning from it. It's designed to learn from it and be righteously balanced. Hundo can tell you, Hundo got a master's degree, but this brother got common sense and he got the word. See how balanced that is? And there's a lot of people that don't have degree, but they got common sense and they got righteous knowledge and biblical knowledge. They balanced. I have a degree, but I got common sense. I have a righteous balance. It's some of these cats out here, bro. Again, you can't tell them nothing. They know everything. And I was on the phone for an hour, y'all. And this brother is a teacher, a preacher in the truth.
Well, fun fact, sir. Common sense is a flower that does not grow in everybody's garden. Just remember that.
Say it again, sis. Good gracious. Common sense is not a flower that grows in everybody's garden.
It's true.
Ain't that Matthew 13 what Mashiach was saying, the parable of the seed of the sower? That's
nothing wrong with the seed. It was the ground.
Come on. 30, 60, 100 they couldn't receive it. Come on.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the seed. It was just the ground.
And then when we were asleep, the enemy came and sowed the bad seed, like you said, into ground that received it. You're right. You're right, Doc.
Right. Yeah, nothing wrong with the seed. It's the ground, man. It's just, I don't know. I think the last generation of common sense people was our generation. And I know I might set a lot of people off with that, but we were that last generation who our parents trusted to get stuff done, and we got it done. We was that last generation who were able to, I mean, we functioned as grown people, even though we were still young teenagers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we were still functioning in this world, like grown people. We was able to make decisions, and that's one of the things that this newer generation don't do. They don't know how to get outside of the box. Things have to be literal to them,
right?
In order for it, and if it don't make sense, it's all throw the hell out for them.
Man. And like my wife said, he lost it because again, you called me. And I was just giving you an elder game. I'm 48. I'm literally almost 20 years your elder. And like I just said, the fact is, we learn from generations older than us. This generation is learning from people the same age. Because now every 25-year-old is a social media guru. Now y'all know everything. Y'all know affirmations and knowledge and mystical knowledge and consciousness and this and that. So you go on social media and do a live for an hour. Now you got 3,000 followers. That's your age.
Right.
We learned from people that was older. My uncles and OG, they was older. They was 30 years older than me, 40 years older. And
they held us responsible too. They held us accountable. You know, for the action, whether it was wrong or good, we were still held accountable for something.
Right.
There is absolutely no accountability today. And that's the conversation that I want us to have one of these days too, because I was thinking about something, and I think I mentioned it to you in a text message as well. I don't think we got time to talk about it tonight, but there are some things that I've noticed that fell through the, I guess you could say, the cracks as to how we got to where we are, because you know nothing just happens. You know what I'm saying? There are reasons, right? And so a lot of the time we all complain about fruits, but we never ask what is the root. The root is the problem, not the fruit. Well, the fruit is the problem because it's the bad fruit.
But the root is what you're right.
Right.
I'm with you.
The roots nourish the fruits, or it keeps the fruit malnourished. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm gonna throw this out here, man. Y'all can say this is bragging or whatever, and it might even sound bad. But my man Ayo was saying Hundo got a degree, but he got common sense. And I know Ayo got a degree, and he got plenty of common sense. My wife as well got it. Y'all know what? I ain't even got no diploma, but I got plenty common sense, and the Most High is taking care of me my entire life.
See,
my entire life. Do you understand what I'm saying, man? So, hey, I just want to put that out there for real, man, because you know, when you are for real chosen by the Most High, He will take care. And I function, my wife could tell you, I function around people with money this small, all the way up to people who money is just, you know what I'm saying, bro? And it is what it is, man. So,
you have a righteous balance.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we're talking about.
I would take common sense over book smarts any day of the week.
Man, that piece of paper can be ripped up at any time.
Any day of the week.
Sure can.
But men's mental health, women's mental health. That's another topic for another conversation for another day. But definitely these days and times, boy.
Yo. But not you quiet over there.
I'm just listening. This was I mean, I have opinions about it, but I feel like this was men talk, especially considering the fact that he said a grown man called him about a social media post.
Man, that is crazy.
That
is crazy.
Bro, y'all, you cannot make this stuff up. And again, I pray for repentance. I got off the phone. I told him, look, bro, I love you. I pray for, like, bro, I don't want no ill will. He started calling stuff out. I said, oh, the Most High, genie, you done rub the lamp and sick the Most High on me? Like, what are we doing, man?
To me, though.
It's like, yo, what is, and it scares me because people out here follow and they listen to the word being preached by these folks, man. That's the scary thing. That's what but
that's a whole nother show too, man, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's something I've been sitting on within my spirit for a long time, and I kind of refuse to talk about it, but I think I'm at it. I think this pimple has come to a head and is ready to pop. My brother has been saying it on this show since day one, since he's been here, that everything in the dark shall be exposed. There is no secrets in the Ruwat. He been letting you know this. And so I'm gonna tell y'all something, man, that a lot of these, and I don't care how y'all feel about this. I think y'all already know. I don't gotta explain. I'm gonna quit explaining myself on stuff like that. A lot of these camp leaders, man, are being exposed, y'all.
Yes.
They
Yeah,
are
man.
being, and I'm not talking small camps.
No, big stuff.
I'm talking some of these big camps, man.
Yes.
These
I
Joe,
saw a whole post on some of
these Joe
specific
Osteen type
people.
Yeah.
elders. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't
Yeah.
say that.
Indeed.
Like I said, I just saw social media post where somebody was,
And it ain't no lie being told on them either.
No, not one.
It ain't no lie being told on them. You know what I'm saying? And so, hey,
Not one
you
lie,
know,
bro.
yeah. But let's keep it rolling, though,
And
man.
the Most High is
go
doing it
ahead.
at the
Go
right
ahead.
time. No, I was just saying the Most High is doing it at the right time. We just got to stay humble and just keep our head on the Most High's hand and just stay out the way, man. That's what Psalms 1:1 says. Stay out the way of the mouth of the scornful. Psalms 1:1. Stay out of the way.
I can't pull anything up.
I was just saying, if you can't pull it up and just read it out, I was wondering. Okay, then, yeah. Okay. What was I finna say? Houston the Brew, Shalom, brother Hundo.
Yeah.
And the Brew, they have a show that they be doing, man.
Is to hear review.
Hey, I don't know if you guys have tapped into it, but it is a great show. It's Hundo. It is Houston the Brew, and it's a husband and a. Who is it?
JOL and
yeah, JOL is on there.
Joseph and Crystal Linton, better known as the group Truth Music Duo One Flesh.
That's it, One Flesh. That's what I was looking for. Man, when I tell you, you have a box of personalities.
Yes.
If you listen to the show and turn the faces off, you'll swear you listen to a radio station. Yeah, you swear that you're
100% agree.
Yeah, you swear you listen to a radio station. So yeah,
absolutely.
7:14. Straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth.
Come on, man.
And people there be that fine.
Come on now, man.
That verse. Thank you, Hundo, for bringing that out, and thank you, sis, for reading that. But that verse, I now know at 48 years old in 2026 from the past year. And I deactivated my Facebook page last year after I had Yashim on the R&B hook. I ain't been on there. Completely deactivated. And I will not go back. I've always hated Facebook. But Matthew 7:14 is literally playing out in my life, my wife, my family's life. Like, boy, this thing is narrow, y'all.
It is very narrow. It's so narrow, it's uncomfortable. And that's why nobody want to come through it, man.
Man,
it is they
steady trying to push that camel through the needle. Don't be trying to push it through, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
All right, man. One thing before we get to these topics that we do have, since this is a recap, I'm just curious as to with you, Ayo, and after you, but not you as well. What is like, since we've been off, what is the craziest thing that you have seen in the news, or something that you was like, what? You know what I'm saying? As far as, whatever it may be that can affect the people that are maybe political or anything, man. Y'all got anything that, you gotta have something, right?
Well, I have a few. But
turn up the lights. Go ahead.
I think it's probably been a hot topic is Drewski and his kids.
Man.
The one about the church, the one about the conservative woman, and then the latest one he's.
Hello? Thank you. What happened? Uh-oh. I think we lost them again. I don't hear and see nothing coming from them today. What happened to Banath and Sheer? Where did they go? I don't see them anymore. And that how to be singing in the white churches. Oh, if God is so powerful. There they go. There they go.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
That
You
was my
sound like
fault.
Jim Carrey in Living Color.
Oh, will be. All right. Okay.
All right. Yeah, my bad. I turned her off. She didn't pay her bill. I disconnected her.
Oh Lord.
Hey,
Woo.
hey, that bill was late.
You had to send the cash out.
Hey, exactly. Drewski, my guy. Hey, Drewski doing his thing, man. I don't care what nobody say, man.
I don't care what nobody say neither. He
Drewski
killing
is
it.
doing his thing. He is talking, and he is being a real comedian about it as well.
Right.
Remember when he did the skit on Erica Kirk, right?
Yeah.
He did a conservative white woman.
A conservative white woman.
Well, yeah,
right.
yeah.
She did take. Why did she take an offense to it?
Because hit dogs holler every time.
Every time. And you had them white people talking about they want to do blackface now. I'm like, look, it's not the same thing.
It's not
bro.
the same thing. They will argue. It's free speech. Okay, well, it's free speech.
It's not the same thing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying it's free speech when y'all do it, but when we do it, and this is how you know how people think about you. Again, black joy or so-called black joy is tearing their hind ends up. You know why? See, when we laugh with Drewski, see, they can't control it. That's what's wrong. They can't control black joy. We laugh, they can't, they gotta try to control it and insert themselves. Oh, you picking at me? Drewski's like, I didn't say your name.
Right.
I never said your name.
Right.
So
right.
What's the issue?
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Great.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. Drewski was my hot topic since we've been off there.
Yeah. Drewski been doing this thing, man. He has kept me entertained. Black joy. Yeah, they can't stand nothing that we do because we so joyful. That's for real, man. That's another topic too. We hitting so much stuff that could be topics that we can't really get into because it'll pull away from what we got. But that's a topic too. Go ahead, Ayo. Something with you, man. That
I didn't want to. I hate giving supremacists a platform, but this daggone whole Chud the Builder thing, bro, it's just like it just blows my mind. And everybody, you know, if you ain't been living under a rock, Chud the Builder is the white dude that just got locked up. He's got the $1.25 million bond in Clarksville, Tennessee. He's made racist content with going to so-called black neighborhoods and calling them the hard ER. Oh, they about to chimp out, doing these provocative stuff. So he's been doing this for a while, and it went to a head when he was eating in a restaurant. They kicked him out. He pretty much dined and dashed in his fine dining. The bill was like $400. He had to go to court for that. So when he went to court, he was coming out. It was some brothers laughing at him, like pointing at him, like, "Oh, that's that dude to be dropping the N-word and saying his free speech and yada yada boo." So Chud got mad and walked up to him, was like, "Why y'all laughing at me?" So he provoked the wrong brother, and they got into a fist fight. So Chud pulled out the strap and shot himself and the dude in the stomach.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've been under a rock because Sierra Mo ain't heard about that.
Yeah. So again, he's in jail under the judge set the $1.25 million bond. It's now been reduced to $1 million. And of course, he's raised money on the give and go. He's raised about $250,000. But the judge is like, since it's involving a crime, you can't use those funds. So yeah, Yeah, he cannot use the Give and Go or the
He
GoFundMe
look
funds
crazy
to get
too,
out.
boy.
Yeah, he got that silly mustache. He looked like a Nazi, and it's that's been one of the craziest stories because I could see it escalating from last summer to what he was doing, going to black neighborhoods, provoking us, and people would get into it with him. And yeah, that's him right there, Dalton Etherly, or AKA Chud the Builder, and he's sweet. People have been doing some research. Thank you, Hondo. They've been finding pictures of him online with the fairy costume on, and he ran into the black chick that used a certain sexual thing on him back in the day, and all of that has surfaced. So yeah, it's just not looking good for dude. And you can cry, stand your ground in self-defense, but they're gonna use previous footage and content against him. So he's facing like 61 years in prison, and he's still in the county jail right now as we speak.
And where you say this happened at?
Clarksville, Tennessee. Again,
Clarksville, Tennessee.
Walker Flocka Flame has pressed him. Walker
Mm-hmm.
Flocka just met with what's the boy that got knocked out? Jake Paul, for the whole blackface thing he did in response to Drewski skits.
Yeah.
And Walker was saying something about this Chud the Builder dude. Like, why are you provoking Clarksville, Tennessee? Like, go to the East Atlanta and do that. You won't make it out. Go to Compton, do that. You're not making it out. Go to Queens and do that. You're not making it out. So he knows who to provoke, and he just in Clarksville at the court in front of the courthouse. And from what I understand, the dude punched him, and he pulled the gun and shot, and I guess it ricocheted off, hit himself in the shoulder, and hit the other dude in the stomach. The so-called black guy survived. He is a veteran. He is a husband and a father, and yeah, is so to make a long story short, that's one of the craziest things that's going on right now, bro. It's gained a lot of worldly attention. It's all over the world. It's
yeah. I don't know. I missed that one, man.
You missed that one?
I did, man. Yeah. I missed that one, but oh well. I know about it now, and I'm gonna follow up on that for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm definitely follow up on that one for sure, man.
It's crazy.
I think with me, it's so much, man, that done happened since we've been off, man. But I think the thing that got me the most is just watching the atmosphere of people right now and the time that we in. We for real living in Matthew 24, and it's just like every little thing that happened. It's like the game Jenga, right? And it's like somebody done pulled another peg out of it, and it's like I'm kind of like what's the name?
That's a good analogy.
Purple? What was Whoopi Goldberg name on Color Purple?
Seeley.
I'm kind of like Seeley, sitting back to see, what she said. I just want to see what color she gonna color the wall when, after Mr. took that boot. I'm just waiting to see it all fall apart. I'm just looking at it, man. I have never, we have all disliked presidents in the past, but never seen so many black people hate Trump the way that they hate him now. And it got me to thinking not long ago, just the other day, and I gotta put this disclaimer out there. It sound like we did the last time. I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't like Trump. Okay, but it got me to thinking. Trump is so hated that I got to thinking that I was like, we just got through talking about fruits and roots. You hating the wrong person, like for real.
Right.
Trump is a manager. Put this thing in a corporation like setting. Trump is the manager who have a boss that is over him.
Yep.
You know how these businesses run. That manager is a buffer between his boss and the employees that he is managing. And his boss will put in a policy or a rule that is crazy. And the employees, and when the manager take it to the employees be mad at the manager. like the manager made the policy or the manager made the rule, and they be fussing at him, and he like, bro, I'm just giving you the information that my boss gave me. You dig what I'm saying? Trump is too visual. Now, I'm not telling you not to be mad at him, but Obadiah said something earlier when we was talking about Chad the Builder. He said he seems like a big distraction. That's what the puppet masters are doing with Trump right now, and it is working in full time. Dude, you can't say that man name amongst black people right now, boy. What they would. Don't you know it's dangerous to say that you are a Trump supporter? If you're a Trump supporter in the black community, man, you will probably get your head knocked off.
Yep. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man.
You will probably get your head knocked off, man. But all of this is by design. This is what they want. They want this turmoil. They want this chaos. They want this dysfunction and this distrust of the government. This is what they want because they are for real building something. It's like the house is here, but it done got too small. And instead of them going to find something else, they building something else right next door to it, dude.
I mean, just to add on to what you're saying, I'll land back on what you're saying. Breaking news earlier, they just Secret Service took down another gunman that was on. He got onto the White House lawn and fired shots at the White House. This just happened like an hour or so ago.
Yeah.
So
man, you do know that the government got a whole Hollywood department, right?
Yeah, they got the CIA got a department. The government got a department in Hollywood, and Hollywood got a department in the government.
So, hey, if I own the Cowboys and you own the Eagles, or in your case, the Miami Dolphins, and we can make a trade amongst each other. So you got Hollywood and you got I'm not believing all of these suicide attempts. That's what I'm saying. Okay. They need these distractions. Ain't no way, man. We ain't got time to talk about all of that tonight, though. But say, man, they are keeping us focused over here for real.
Yep. Because like Hundo just mentioned, I don't know if y'all could put that on the screen. He said, I believe he was talking about Chud the Builder. He said, I believe he is a master lighted flame. Have you heard of all the white supremacists talking about they are training for a race war from Texas to South Carolina? Absolutely. I live out here in South Carolina, and you can hear these guns going off 2 or 3 in the morning. Like you can see, drive by in these woods and see obstacle courses out here in these woods, man. These boys is training, but what they don't understand is that the Most High, just like Ahab, he had to get Ahab into battle to meet his demise. The Most High has got to get them into battle to just and so they can think they're going to win and want to put us back in slavery. And that is when they're going to be dealt with.
So they acting off the emotions. They are being they are emotionally challenged right now.
Right. For the, like, and what we say about Black Joy, the fact that Make America Great Again has not went back to the 40s and 50s like they wanted it, and they still got to walk in Cold Stone Creamery and give me or you a sample of strawberry ice cream. They want to do something to us. They got to serve us in restaurants, and we ain't got to go to the back and get our food. We can come in and sit down.
Or you could be like, or you can be like me, who I walk right in between them. I love doing that too. Them jokers be walking and talking. Boy, I walk right in between them jokers. And I be doing that for the ancestors that couldn't do it, man. For the ancestors that y'all used to make get off the curb, nigga. I'm finna walk between them.
See what I'm saying? That's what they can't stand, bro. They hate it. They hate it.
And I especially do it to old people. And I don't be picking on old people. It's just that they are so close to that. They got that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why I do not be picking on old people. I just know that them old white men, they are for real still set on them racist ways that they got, man. Yeah, so I gotta remind them that this 2026 now. I'm that generation that they probably be saying, boy, these new niggers, they just
They just ain't the
They
same as
different.
what we used to be back when we was little, boy. Yeah, I mean, but for real, we couldn't. I was just talking to the fam yesterday about we couldn't even look at them when we addressed them. We couldn't. We had to hold our head down.
Shows with oh God, what's the Duck Dynasty?
Yeah.
The dad said they were happier back then. Half of them, that's what they believe. They believe that black people were happier when they didn't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We were what they call shucking and jiving.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't be so much farther from the truth, brother.
Man. Yes, indeed. Well, let's get it going, man. Thank y'all. Let's keep it going, man. So we talked a lot on this show, man, when we was running weekly about all of the foreigners that we have, like in Congress, on a political stage, just here in America as well. I recall asking the question one time, what does an American look like? Right? You go to China, they all look alike. You know what I'm saying? And you know, from the president all the way down to the peasant that ain't got nowhere to sleep. Same thing in Japan. You know, these are for real nationalities, right? But America, what do America? Because right now we talking about Chad the Builder, white guy. Chud the Builder, white guy, but an American, right? And so, you know, here you got on this panel right now, me, you got Ayo, you know what I'm saying? Americans, you know what I'm saying? So then you got people like what's his name? What's the Kelly Ripple's husband? Mark. Right, American, but he looked like a Mexican. Well, he's
Costa
not. He's
Rican,
Cuban,
yeah.
but
Cuban,
but still,
Costa
though,
Rican,
right?
yeah.
It's just all over the place. So, and I remember we talked about it one time, like, where are all of these people's loyalty to? Like, they in Congress, right? But and they in the Senate, and they in all of these places of power, but where is they loyalty to? Is it really to America? Well, I don't know if you guys heard about it or not, but there was a mayor in LA actually, that actually has pled guilty to being a Chinese spy. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Fact check really quick. It wasn't actually LA, it was Arcadia, California. Yeah. That was the rumor that she was the mayor in LA, but it was Arcadia, California.
Okay. You see something.
Look at her. She on look
LA suburb.
Mm-hmm.
Arcadia. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, man. When you guys heard that story, what did you guys think about that?
It's just, man, to when you hear about this stuff and the fact that this is happening, you have to put everything in totality. And like you said, Matthew 24, Mashiach told him, don't be deceived, because deception, again, is going to be at an all-time high. And I'm sure she has come over here and passed for white. I mean, look at her skin color. It passed for white. And they think they come over here and assimilate into white society. And as long as they keep their foot on our neck and look like they helping us out a little bit, they pass the smell test. So they let them in here. In this case, I believe they knew this woman was an agent the whole time. It's designed like that. You got so many people in Congress, so many double agents. I mean, this is Mission Impossible or James Bond movie plot type stuff. Somebody done infiltrated the American government, then became as a mayor, and they'll take a small time role like a mayor in a small suburb and be doing big things behind the scenes that we don't know about, and then all of a sudden something popping off in America, and you be like, where did this come from? What's going on? Just like in a movie.
Right.
So,
Right.
it's a surprise, but then again, it's not a surprise that this stuff is 2026 and this stuff has been allowed. And the fact that if you go over there, if me or you went over there and got some kind of politician job, and then they found out we was working for, boy, listen, we would be. She took a plea. A plea?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, bro. Ain't no plea on the table when you come over here doing that type of stuff. That's why I say something smells off. The smell test, like, nah, plea over there, you get locked up for a long time. Ain't no plea deal. But
right.
There are currently 32 members of Congress that were born outside the U.S.
See?
32.
32 members.
How can they represent? How can 32 congressmen that's born outside the U.S. represent anybody here? That's like, I mean, that's almost like a dog advocating for cat rights.
Right. That don't make sense. How could that happen?
So the way that they fix it, right, is being foreign born does not necessarily mean someone is a foreign agent or non-citizen. Most, air quotes, foreign born elected officials are either naturalized U.S. citizens, long-term residents, or constitutionally eligible to serve.
Yeah. So that's just like we was talking just the other day. They changed the rules.
Of course they did.
Exactly. They move the goalposts every time out.
Every time they move the goalposts, no matter what the rules are, we got to make sure we win, and we got to make sure that we get our way. So if that's what this means, in order for us to have, I mean, think about, man, how safe, how old is America now?
250 years this year.
They're about to hit
1776 to 2026. Yep.
They're about to hit their 250. How safe is this place for real when you have 32 what, baby?
Members of Congress.
32 members of Congress.
26 in the House and 6 senators.
26 in the House. 6 senators born outside of this country. How safe is this place, man? Because you cannot tell me that they all have loyalty to America. Their loyalty is still going back to wherever it is that they're from, man. And so they be talking about Russia influencing the votes. That's what they talk about a lot, right? They talk about Chinese infiltrating and influencing stuff over here in America. Do you know that if you are in the House and in the Senate, how close you are to the policies that shape this place? Like, Putin is way over there on the other side of the Bering Strait. It's going to take a minute for whatever it is, but these people right here, when we talking about influence, dude, like, they right there.
Yep.
So close to it that they're probably writing a lot of this stuff, man.
Let me hit you with another quick question. So we know 32 members were born outside of the United States. They found that at least 80 members of Congress are either foreign born or children of immigrants. Who do you think is influencing those children?
Right.
If I got ties to Cuba, whatever policies that need to be changed to help me as a foreign national, I'm an immigrant here, and my child is in Congress, I'm going to influence my child to make policies, push policies that benefit me and all my family members still in Cuba or whatever country they're from. 80 members. 80.
Yeah, that's the same, man. Like, it's not enough. It's not enough American people over here for y'all to fill the House. Right. You know what I'm saying? The House and the Senate with what white people call red blood Americans.
Well, it is, but they too busy trying to be Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
They try to make Kyle Rittenhouse a politician. It didn't work. Joe, remember years ago, everybody remember Joe the plumber? The dude from Ohio that they tried to make. He ran for Congress and it didn't work. So they have to, the supremacy side of it from regular Joe Schmo off the street turned politician, it ain't working. We have to turn to the foreigners that's been here for a while so we can kind of sneak them in. They got children born here, but they wasn't born here. Their children go to our universities so we can sneak it in and become, and that's what happens.
And that's the thing with America is that anybody can be an American. That's exactly what we talking about. All you got to do is apply. That's all you got to do is apply, and you could become. I could never become a Chinaman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I could never become a Taiwanian. Is that a word?
Right. Taiwanese.
The green people.
Oh man.
Yeah,
but you could never come.
But can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Hell,
walk over there.
We didn't even become American to win.
Right. Go to Laos or Taiwan right now and tell them you a Taiwanian. You might get shot.
Hey, I'm an African Taiwanian.
They'll be like, "Oh, really? Oh, you from Taiwan? Okay, you wait right here. I'll be right back." You wait right here.
They gonna go find a door machete. You know that machete? They done already cut open about 27 coconuts.
You got to hit somebody about 4 or 5 times for it. But then when it hit after that 5th time, boy, you be like, "Oh, okay, no more. I do not want no more."
Yes, indeed, man. So she got found out, right?
Yeah.
The reason she got found out because she was dating the dude
and they found him,
and they caught him, and he put her on blast on what she was. You know what I'm saying? And this goes back to what, and she was probably born over here, and this goes back to what, but not pulled up in those facts that a lot of these congressmen and Senate guys that are from these other countries they parents immigrated over here. Then their kids was born here. Then they went to these political schools and they learned up under these political people. And so this is actually what gave them a passage to be able to sit in these spots, right? But their allegiance though still, because you got to understand, my son and my daughters in my household, they're gonna think just like I think.
Right.
So and the Rothschilds said it. Y'all go find this quote. I might be paraphrasing this, but they said it. You be whatever you need to be, wherever you need to be, whenever you need to be it.
That's it.
Just to get the job done.
Just get the job done.
That's the job done.
Bro, that's part of the Jesuit oath.
Yep.
Ignatius Loyola. And since we talking about it, the same thing we're talking about, Wayne and the dude Shin, he was sentenced in November 2024 to 20 months. But he the one that snitched on her. And then when they got a hold of her, she confessed. So he's already in prison. But this is all Elon Musk is.
Yeah,
it's a video float. Yeah. That's all he is. It's just like I said the I word a little bit ago. What this whole thing is about: influence. They want money and power to be able to influence the younger generations.
Yep,
that's what it's all about.
Very impressionable at this point.
Yeah,
put it on social media if you want them to believe it, follow it, do it. Put it on social media platforms.
That's it. How did Elon Musk know before CNN and Fox News that Trump had won the election? His baby mama putting him out. It's videos floating around, and she got other. She said it. She was like, this information. If something happened to me, I've been had it to other people. She's like, but this was all applied. Elon Musk is an agent. If y'all think,
and they know that dude is an agent, man.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely,
he's an agent, and he's doing God knows what.
Ain't no
I'm
telling
trying to
what this
put my
boy
words
is.
together. All of these rocket launches and stuff that they got going on, man, this goes all the way back to Obadiah's comment about distraction. The main word in his
Absolutely.
comment was distraction. Look, they supposedly
Absolutely.
went to the moon. I heard, I can't think of her name right now. She was on the radio, but she said she was trying to talk about the money that they spent on going back to the moon. I think it was like $40 billion. And she
40.
said, check this out. Listen to this, dude. She said
40
when they
billion.
went to the moon in the 1960s, it was equivalent to 2.6 billion dollars in today's time. And she said, but then they walked around on the moon. They put American flag on the moon. And when she was talking, I said, how stupid do you sound?
Right.
I said, in 1967, you telling me they went to the moon, walked around on the moon, put an American flag on the moon, but they ain't never been able to go back. And here this time they supposed to went to the moon, but they couldn't land on the moon. And here it is, 2026, and we walking around with that gun computers in our hand.
Right.
We talking on computer. How much technology has advanced since then?
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? How stupid do you sound? All of this is distractions. And so you got Elon Musk with these supposedly be rockets. My wife and I was watching it last night. They just launched one. Was that yesterday, Red? And the Joker went up, came back down, fell in the ocean, and blew up. And they clapping. They happy about that. So she said $40 billion in the space. What do you think they doing with that money? Because they ain't going to no moon. They using that money for what? This is what you see what I'm saying?
Right.
This is why they are dumbing the generations down, because you get to thinking when you got common sense, you start asking yourself questions. They don't want you asking questions.
Right.
Like,
Right.
how stupid do it sound? In 1967, you put a flag on. How in the world you put a flag on a moon?
On the moon. What? Like Ox said, they ain't even had color TVs and none of that gas, but y'all on the
Come
moon
on
with a
now,
flag?
y'all on the moon?
Y'all
I'm like
crazy.
my daughter, who asked very simple questions. Who tested the air to make sure the suits that they wore were going to be viable
Right.
for moon? Who tested the shoes that they were supposed to wear that would be viable for the moon?
How?
Say, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. And Elon Musk is that dude that they're using to throw. But I'm telling you, man, we cannot be like dumb dogs chasing every bone that they throw. But one of these times they're gonna throw a bone, and we gonna go to chase that joke, and we ain't coming back.
Ain't coming back.
All you gonna hear is
Yep. And that's all this Shin and Wang. It was just about influence.
That's it.
Whatever stake China has in the media, they had to come over. Somebody had to come over here and manage it. Just like put a little gem in y'all hat. You can take this with you. Go look this up. The man name is Vince Bellori or Bellore. He's a French billionaire. He is Lucian Grange, Universal Music, UMG, that's been dealing with Drake and all this Drake and Kendrick beef, the boss of UMG Sony. That's his boss. This Joker goes and buys, he owns 60 to 80% of Africa's media companies. And what he does is they go into so-called black neighborhoods in West Nigeria and the Congo and suburbs, and he'll buy the TV station. And they'll have conservative propaganda, mostly in liberal neighborhoods. And before you know it, years later, that neighborhood is conservative. That's all this is. You'll never see him on TV. He is part of the Orsini
Whitewashing.
family.
He going over there to buy it up to whitewash. That's
This
a different
all-
type of regentrifying. That's a regentrification on steroids.
That's all Elon Musk did. It's crazy how all of a sudden Elon Musk bought Twitter, renamed it X, then boom, the election comes. And then now you hear this
I
woman doing
honestly
the same
think that a
stuff.
lot of that money that the taxpayers are paying, and that's what I failed to apply to the 40 billion. That's $40 billion in taxpayers' money, which is money that we pay,
Right?
Federal taxpayers. You know, when you get your check and you know that part of your check that you don't work for, that you don't get because it went straight to the government, there's 40 billion of that. Right. I honestly believe that Elon Musk's riches comes from that. That's what they doing with that tax money. They not doing with that tax money whatever they supposed to be doing. They paying people like Elon. And Elon Musk bigotry is not hid. And this is a dude that was born in what? South Africa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, and so we ain't got to do a history story on the apartheid, South Africa, and how them white people got over there, man. That's a spirit that runs deep within them, just like the spirit that's in the white folks that's over here run deep in them, man.
Exactly.
Germany, Poland, Switzerland, Russia, Ukraine, whatever Georgia over there, whatever you want to call it, they may have a different dialect, but they all the same.
All the same, bro. All the same.
They're all the same.
This government has been bought by influence. That's the word of the day, influence.
There's a price.
1921 was when it got sold out.
Yep. That gold got missing. That gold got missing from Leavenworth, and the America's value was no longer. They had to be bought. Again, go look up the Orsini family. Jackie JFK's wife. She married Mr. Orsini. They are the bourgeois from Italy, Pope Nicholas's people, and the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. They are all the same blood. Erica Kirk, she is in the.
I was just gonna say,
So again, now you look at JFK and his wife. Now look at Erica Kirk and her husband. It's the same. It's the same play, y'all. They've been doing this for a long time. They've been doing this.
I'll be right back. Y'all keep going.
They've been doing this for a long time, y'all. Christopher Columbus, who formerly known was Cristobal Colon, that is the Collins family. They changed their name to Collins. The Orsini family, the Windsors, King Charles and Prince Harry and Prince William and Queen Elizabeth, they are the Orsinis. This, bruh, it's crazy.
All it takes is a little research.
That's all. Listen, and all it takes is a little bit of research.
I had to
remember that name.
Lesson, because the history we learned in school is what they wanted us to know.
All lies, right? That's all. Right.
If something doesn't sound right, if it sounds a little fishy, or even if you believe it, you still go do your own research. Information is at our fingertips right now.
Right. I told y'all last year, a couple years ago, I told y'all walking to a cute gas station. Dude asked me, "Hey, what time y'all on tonight?" No, y'all not on tonight. Y'all on Wednesdays. I was like, "What? How did you?" Boy, listen, caught me off guard, about scared me to death. But we don't live out of fear. We got, power, sound mind, and love that the Most High gave us. But it did catch me.
And that's one of the reasons too why people like on what y'all talking about. One of the reasons why Erica Kirk and the things that they had planned for her is not being able to build the way that they want to, because it's too much information out here. And I'm gonna tell you, man, the real news is on social media, YouTube, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? When what they call them, social media news. What do they call it? Social media news or something like that. Say, man, when I tell you them people get the research and then will go off and find, man, they'll pull up the minute that you was born, but you better not been born from a prostitute.
Right. You know they're gonna find out. Man, you got super sleuths. But again, you got talented regular people like me and you that do journalism, that,
Mhm.
like you said before, never went to school, but the internet,
Mhm.
like you said, this is a computer.
Yeah.
All you got to
Yeah.
do is when y'all look, I'm gonna give you a little drop a little gem real quick. When you look up on something on Google and then how it give you the sources, and you read that source from an author, and they have footnotes, that's
Mhm.
where the information is. Go to the
Yep.
footnote, read the book on the footnote, because that's where the information is covered up. Whether you researching
Con.
JFK, go read the author and then the footnote from somebody else, read that book, read the whole
Yep.
book, and you'll be like, okay,
Yep.
now I
Yep.
can put two and two, make
Yep.
this is how
Yep.
people, like Ox said, people can find where you was born, because they go, when you Google, go to the sources and read that source, read the
Man.
footnote.
Man.
That's how
Yeah.
you get
What the
this
brother
information.
talking about is fact. That's one of the reasons why the shows actually fizzled out, because
Right.
research, man, it could be mind draining, man. It's
Man, bro, this
consuming, and man, what we did it 4 years straight, I believe it was. I
by the
needed
power of the
to,
Most High, and it was
yeah,
time
I
to
needed a reset. You dig what I'm
reset.
saying? Yeah.
Even the greatest shows in the world sometimes take a significant break, and then they come back
Yeah,
and
yeah,
do it even bigger and even
yeah,
better.
yeah,
Mhm.
But that
yeah.
research is a lot of work.
A
And
lot
Man,
some
of
stuff
work,
you
man.
find when you start digging will blow your
boy,
mind.
I done went down and come up so many rabbit holes. I was starting to think I was a rabbit,
Right?
Man,
a big
man,
brown one.
Call me
man,
Alice in Wonderland.
man. Alice in Wonderland got meaning. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying? For
listen,
real.
one of the deepest mystical
Yeah.
stories you could ever hear, but it's got so much to it, man.
Moving
Yeah,
on,
man.
moving on, moving on. So I don't know how many shows we have talked on where we have seen white people harassing women and children. We talk about it all the time.
All
And
the
I
time.
wish I could have found a clip of my brother Ayo, because he's every time we do it, Ayo make a comment. They know who to do that to.
They
They
know who to
don't
do it
never
to.
do that to a real brother or to a YN. He always say that, and he is
Women and
absolutely
children.
right. Me myself, brother, I don't feel like I am a real opposing looking dude or whatever, but I never had that incident. No
Yeah,
white guy has ever
right.
walked up to me and disrespected me, in a way of some of these stories that we have covered over the years that we have done this show. Right.
Right. Right.
Um, do you think, before we get into this story, but not in Ayo, do you think that we're living in a time where we're going to start seeing more of that spirit, as far as them being more bold and doing it, disrespecting black people? Or do you think that a lot of them still going to keep themselves in a pocket? Because we do already do know how they feel. What do you guys think on that?
You go ahead, sis.
And 100% they're going to keep doing.
You think it's going to get worse? You think it's
100%.
yeah?
They feel emboldened and empowered to do what they're doing now. What is going to keep them from doing it? Like, who is standing in the gap, or what is standing in their way of continuing to do what they're currently doing? You just see more and more and more of it. I think it's been happening, but now you're seeing more recordings of it. You're seeing it getting posted on social media. If you can capture that, you can get somebody doing that. It's like a golden ticket. But
Yep.
they do feel more emboldened and empowered to do what they're doing.
So in that way, we are
Oh,
reversing back to the 60s. Then you
yeah.
guys,
That's
you agree with that? In that
so.
manner, we're going to
And
be reversing back to the 60s.
again, the main foundation and consists 100% correct. And to land back on what she was saying, let's go back to Make America Great Again. Go to our previous shows. The foundation of that is to do what we've always done with you, and you can't say nothing against it or protest it. That was the main foundation. However, as you just mentioned, it's too many cameras and too many phones around now. You know what I'm saying? So they can't get away with lynching us or doing anything, and we go and we can't say nothing about it. Because nowadays, you might have a camera rolling. Somebody do something, you got a camera rolling, and they capture it. Now we can come collectively and stand against it if we want to. So, with that being said, the reason it will increase because you got Chud the Builder, or AKA Dalton Etherly, and like the Ox said, you got they want a race war. So the reason now that most of us we're standing at homes, we're not marching, we are quiet, that concerns them because they want to know what we're doing. And then when Drewski or a comedian come out of the skit, we're laughing. So again, it's black joy. On top of them not being able to beat us up and do anything they want, that's where the increase in this will start to begin. You will see it more and more. But the caveat, again, somebody could be rolling. You never know where you're going to pop up. You go home, you done trip this white dude done jumped on a black female, so-called black female and children, and then punched holes in their tires, and they standing on the side in the rain begging for help. You get home, and now somebody recorded it, and now it's done went to 1 million views. Somebody seen you as a white dude do that, and you can't get away with it. That's what the issue is. But that spirit, that ruach, is on them to where they can't. Is they have to perpetrate that hatred. So again, they're not going to care. They're emboldened, like Sis said, they're emboldened now to just do it. They ain't gonna matter the film rolling. Like I said, I ain't never in my life had no brother approach me and disrespected no white dude. It ain't never happened. And again, I ain't 6'5", 290. I'm 6 foot, 230 pounds. I'm not a small dude, but I ain't overly imposing. You know what I'm saying? But it's never happened. So
So with that being said, and we know what the climate has been for years. This is not something that's new. I just watched a movie the other night that was called The Green Book. You guys haven't seen it, go watch it, man. It's a wonderful, wonderful movie, man. It's called The Green Book, and that's the spirit of America. Do you guys, I know I do. I'm gonna go ahead and answer this question. Do you guys get tired of our people constantly on the news, busting at politicians, trying to right something that we feel is wrong? Do you think that it's about time for us to be like, look, screw it?
Leave me alone.
Y'all can have this. Y'all can have this crap.
Leave me alone. Leave me
do
alone.
whatever the
absolutely
crap y'all want to do with it.
Yep.
And you know what? We finna do something else and just do our own thing.
Yep.
Because you know. And I'm just asking the question: what we voting for? Been voting for 250 years. Well, not quite 250 years, but we've been voting for a long time. Ain't nothing happened. We have put our people in offices. Come to find out that our people really are not our people. They was just people that was looking for power, and they was puppets for the puppet masters. We have marched, we have fought, we have bled, we have died. Nothing has happened. Do you guys think that it's just time to be like, look, man, okay, y'all done made y'all point, okay, and let them have it?
We've been letting them have it, though. We've been allowing them to do whatever it is they're gonna do and sit back. I mean, if you notice, more and more of us are sitting back. It's the reason you have so many Black politicians, people who would have never been politicians before, now have an opportunity to be a politician, and they're the ones preaching, go out and vote, go out and vote. So many of us are tired of voting. We keep sitting back, and they're blaming us. Like when Trump got elected this last time, they blamed the Black populace for not going out and
Right.
voting for Kamala Harris. So many of us sat out because what are we voting for? What's the
Right.
point?
I guess what I was asking about that older generation that's still having a faith that things are going to change. I get tired of hearing we need to fight this issue. We need to get these rights.
Right.
We need to make. I get tired of hearing that because it's not going to happen. That's what I was talking about, and I agree with you wholeheartedly that there are a lot of us more than you guys would think that is like, you know what, man, I'm not voting. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't care. And
Right.
especially with that younger generation, like who are they too old for one? And that's something that Ayo was bringing up before we got off. This young generation do not respect old. They look at old
Yeah.
as feeble, and they
Right.
look at that. They look at that Congress. They look at that House. They look at these politicians, and all they see is old people, and
Right.
they ain't listening to them, man.
Right. Yeah. And see, to land back on what you were saying, the reason, and we, like Jamie was saying, we've been left them alone, but they won't leave us alone. Case in
Because they
point,
need us and
they
they
need
know
us.
it.
And they
Go
won't,
ahead.
but they won't admit it. No, they need us, but they won't admit it. Again, they know the true numbers in America. They know we don't take the census. So they've been on this 45 to 50 million of so-called African American, so-called blacks in America, but they know the numbers is close to about 90, 95, or even 100 million. They know that. They know. They know we don't take the census. You remember the last
Yeah. I
I
throw that stuff in the trash.
man, they come to my
If
door.
it end up in my house some kind of way, I throw that stuff away.
They come to my door. I'm like, man, but you got it. No, we don't. Just leave it at the drop it on the.
Yeah.
So another reason that they play in our face, like Sister Delta, turn up the lights, are saying, and I'll let y'all have it. But case in point, whenever what's the girl that just broke up with Klay Thompson, father? Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion came out. Now I don't agree shaking your cakes and all that for Kamala Harris. I don't necessarily agree, but when she did it, oh, that's wrong and that's so nasty and raunchy. But when Shakira or J-Lo do it, y'all clapping y'all hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's those type of double standards that's the reason we're saying now and been saying, bruh, we know the game. When we do it, y'all condemn it unless it's for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But when white artists do it, when they campaign for Trump and say something crazy, y'all want to know, well, what does the black community think about Kid Rock and this? And then when we say, well, we don't think, y'all get mad. Again, what do you want us to do? You say fathers be in your homes and do that, and then what we do, we don't raise them or do the kids and like y'all want us to. You got something to say. Those double standards is the real reason why we're like, bruh, we're done. We're tired. We're resting. And that scares them.
It really does.
It
really does.
I think one of the things that I feel is unfortunate is how hard the generation before us fought in this country. For the opportunity to be able to vote, to be able to sit at the front of the bus, to be able to read a book, to be able to go to some of the schools and places. They fought because they believed that they needed to fight to be included, to be considered in certain things. And it's unfortunate that fight has landed us where we are now because we were never accepted, we were never included, we were never a part of the argument, or we were never a part of the fight. That's why you had so many people kneeling, so to speak, with Colin Kaepernick.
Yep.
Because the injustice is still in this country.
Right.
And our counterparts, the white people who had a problem with him doing that, are only mad that he's doing it or did it because they feel like, well, we gave y'all an opportunity in this country and now you squandered it. You don't appreciate it. Well, if we're being real about it, what have they done in this country that our ancestors didn't have to fight for? You didn't give us anything.
Right.
Everything that we have or were given, somebody in our lineage had to fight to get it.
Man.
You didn't just wake up one morning and say, you know what?
Right.
We've been wronging these people all these years. Why don't we do X, Y, Z?
Right. In
Right.
fact,
Tears were shed and so was blood.
they fight to make sure that
Right.
we don't get, you know.
Yeah.
Think about the redistricting they're doing right now with all the voting.
That's they want to be, like we said on the show before, real quick. Conservatives, white conservatives, and not all. We're not talking about all white people, y'all. Let's put that out there. But
of course,
most white conservatives, you have to be the token black, like Daniel Cameron, Tim Scott. Most white conservatives, Fox News types, they let you know. Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, Bill O'Reilly, they let you know we don't like you. And they want to be worshiped for accepting you. Now, the liberals of the Democrats, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Bernie Sanders, they want to be worshiped for allowing us to be equal. And then when we don't worship them, that's when they get upset. But both sides want to be worshiped. Like she just said, well, white people are one to end slavery. Like she said, like y'all just got up one morning and said, oh, we just do them so wrong. Let's end it. Again, when we said no and rejected that, they got upset. Well, ain't that some good? But that ain't what happened.
At all. When you look into the history of that, man, and you understand how that all came about, that was a business decision. That didn't have nothing with
there you go.
Deciding to, you know what, this ease up off of them. And when you look at the spirit of the 14th Amendment, you will realize that all they did was put us right back in shackles with the 14th Amendment as well, man. It's just nothing that they do when it comes to us as a people is for our benefit. And that's why you should be leery when they offering you money, be leery of it. When they offering you benefits, be leery of it. When they offering you something that they say is going to make it easy for you, be leery of it, because you know how you can't catch rats in the house? You put cheese on the trap. That's how you can't catch rats. You put cheese on a trap, because you know that eventually that rat is going to come mess with that cheese on that trap. And that's all they've been doing to us since the days of Social Security. So Social Security wasn't something that they just decided, because you know what comes with Social Security? Benefits, welfare, food stamps, Social Security, all the traps. Traps.
It's
traps.
Lyndon Johnson said it.
Trap. All of these things are traps.
Lyndon Johnson said it. I'll have these black folks voting for the next 50 years for Democrat. Just give them welfare. Just give them SNAP. And he also said, give the lowest white man, uneducated, make them think that the Negro is doing better than them, and we got him. He said those two things, and still to this day.
He took that thought from the Willie Lynch theory.
Come on, bro.
Because Willie Lynch said, look, poor white folks and niggas are right there together, which they were. When you go and look at history, poor white folks and Negroes took care of each other because they both was treated the exact same way.
That's right.
So what they did was gave the poor white person a little bit more to make him feel like he was better than the nigga.
And it worked.
And it worked.
Again, what did the doctor say? There's the rat and the cheese. There it is.
There it is.
There's the cheese in the trap.
There it is.
And it's been working. So why change it up?
This place has not. Hey, Ohio put us over here not for our comfort. You have heard me say that time and time again. Read Deuteronomy 28. We need to stop trying to make this place a home, because it's not a home.
Right. We're so enamored with having the great things materialistically here.
It's
so
not
enamored with it.
Home. And it's not going. And the people whose home it belonged to does not look at us as guests. They don't have a guest room for us, man. They have an outhouse for us.
That's it. Stay outside. That's exactly what they. Nah, you're
they
not worthy to come in here.
Exactly. Brazoria County, all of this sure led up to this here in Brazoria County. And I heard somebody say, you'll know better than I would, but not because you are actually from here. I heard somebody say Brazoria County, if you black, you go there for vocation, but you come back on probation.
Wow. Go on vacation, come back on probation.
That's what they say. It's like, hey, Houston, the view is probably still here if he is, man. I don't know how true that is. Let me know. Say, Brazoria County, man, attorney Michael M. Phillips. This dude spent 3 weeks of a child custody trial, right? Allegedly using the N-word with the hard R in open court. Multiple times on record, man, in front of the judge, talking about the disrespect here. Then here in Houston, there is this activist by the name of Cornell X. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but you're about to be familiar with him right now. Cornell X and this lady by the name of Candace, they met him outside. And this is how this went down. Y'all check this out.
Mr. Nigga right here. Yeah, that's your ass.
So you don't want like saying N-word, right?
Call people niggas.
You gonna call it N-word today? I bet you won't call it in front of a black man like that.
I bet you won't call me. In fact,
let me help you. You call a black woman N-word, call me that.
No, call me that.
I dare you to do it. And I swear for God, I'll make you taste the ancestors.
Me too.
You a coward. Call that black woman the N-word. You a real coward, man. We'll catch you inside.
Now, go ahead.
Go right ahead. I guarantee you wouldn't do it in front of me.
Come on.
I know. In fact, I know you won't. Say the N-word in front of me.
Come on, go on in there.
And I'll give you a taste everything for the ancestors. Say it. Say it in front of me. I dare you to say it. It's Cornell X, but you'll learn it real well today.
Yeah.
Say it. I bet you won't say N-word in my face. See, you talk to black women like that by themselves. Mm-hmm. You intimidate black women by themselves. But a black man, you won't open your goddamn mouth. Mm-hmm. I dare you to say it.
Mm-hmm. That hearing aid.
I dare you to say it.
Mm-hmm. That hearing aid in your shit. Get your old ass out. Run around with your bald head ass, you old spike little face looking bitch. I ain't playing with
you. She roasted the devil out of him. Man. Look, guess what? He ain't said. Still to this day, he ain't said.
You know what he said? What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Look, you see what did he do? The first thing he did, what did he do? What they always do? Turn and look for help. He point, looking for anybody, bro. Y'all wait. Nobody's coming to save you, bro.
He was in the courthouse, and that was in the courthouse, man. I want y'all to know. There was cameras there, as you saw, recording that, and there were also deputies and sheriffs there as well. Okay, so this was not Cornell and Candace doing something. What's the word I'm looking for? Secretly or something like that. Nah, they met this dude before he went into the court, and hey, they charged him up. Hey, can you stand on what it is that you was saying in the courtroom? They said that this man said the N-word 20 times. That's 20 crazy, times in the courtroom, man. And this brings us back to what my brother always say, and he is absolutely right. We see it in live time. When you are confronted by a black, hold on, before I go there, let's talk about Candy. We see her a lot on the news. Cornell said in the face of a black man. I wanted y'all to make sure that y'all got this before I go somewhere else. He says, say it to me in the face of a black male. Candy says, say it to me. She is no way making herself a black man, but she's saying, I'm that woman.
Right.
Because and we do got those women within our community. I'm that one woman that you might mistake for somebody weak.
Yep.
And boy, I'll tear a hole in your hiney so
Make
big.
Make the ancestors taste it. Yeah.
I kind of wanted him to say it because our ancestors, I know our ancestors are begging for a taste of something, man. I was like,
Boy.
man, please say it. Because I know Cornell was not playing with him.
Boy, listen.
But yeah, Candace was not playing with that boy. Candace is not saying to me, I'm a woman. That's what she was saying. I'm a woman.
Was Candace would have put him in the Ric Flair figure 4.
Yeah, she wanted all the smoke, man. She really did, man. She wanted all the smoke. But back to the point, what the brothers say, man, we saw it in real time, y'all. He had his opportunity.
He had an opportunity.
All the cameras was on him, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and say it.
Say it.
You said it 20 times in court. Go ahead and say it to me right now. But he could not say
He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. And he didn't. You know how mad they are seeing that? And that video is viral now. All over every social media platform. Like I think my wife said that Delta posted it the other day on social media. And the fact is, you can go and on all the platforms. Look, again, I stopped the video, go to the comments. And every comment, oh, that's racist, and he didn't have to go that far. And look at him pointing at it.
Yeah.
Listen, the fact is, all them comments is null and void. You know why? Still to this day, he didn't say it. Case closed. You can argue all you want till you're blue in the face. He didn't say it. And that got them folks teed off. They are hot about that. Because for the first time, a black man stood in front of the cameras and was like, you know what? I don't care about the consequences after. I'm going to stand on my post and I'm going to stand on my square and I'm going to stand on it. You see, you're looking for help. He pointing around. Somebody going to come and get, nah, say it.
Hey, I'm more than sure that there are a lot of black people that have said that Cornell X went too far. I bet you it is, man. What you think? Not. I bet it's some black people that say that he went too far, that he didn't have to go there and he didn't have to do that.
There were plenty of black people said, well, actually, they didn't say he went too far. They said she did. They said she tainted what Cornell X was standing for, that she made the situation ghetto.
And I don't think so myself.
I disagree.
I don't think so. And I feel like that more of us, look, you guys both together agreed that their spirit is only going to grow as far as being openly and saying these things to us as a people. You just both agreed that we're going to revert back in time in that manner. I feel like that spirit that Cornell X had and that Candace had, I honestly feel like and I'm not inciting riots. Let me put that out there.
Right.
I'm not saying let's go out and
do that. Right.
And do that. Exactly.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that the time of us being passive, and that's what the Christian church has done to us throughout the years, made us so passive to the point that when we hear our people stand up for themselves, it does something to our soul. He didn't have to say that. He didn't have to come off like that. Why she sounded so ghetto? No, I believe that white people need to hear more of that from us, however it comes out.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Right. Because when the white lady said the hard ER last year at the park and raised all that money on the line to the autistic so-called black child, the way she was acting was ghetto. I don't hear y'all talking. I don't hear y'all talking about her.
Right.
She was the one that was acting ghetto, acting all tough. Like she from the hood. So see, like I said, this and we the ones that perpetrate this double standard. And then when they do it to us, we get upset. We really, y'all stop that. Candace Mitchell this is what she do. I always see her advocating for the community, whether it's against white men, multiple white men, outnumbered. She always doing this.
You know who else advocates for black community and she gets grief because she calls black people out too is Amanda Seals.
Amanda Seals, yes.
Amanda
Amanda
Seals
Seals,
always gets heat because when she calls a thing,
Yep.
like she doesn't like Jasmine Crockett. She done called Jasmine Crockett out on so many issues,
Yep.
and people are telling her
Right.
she's tearing other black women down. Pay attention to Jasmine Crockett's messages.
Yes.
Pay attention to the people that she hangs out with, who she spends her time with. Amanda Seals called her out and she got backlash
She sure
for
did.
it, but she's standing
She sure
10
did.
toes down on it.
If we say that once you put on that suit of a cop and you are blue, you are no longer black, it goes the same way in politics, man. When them folks get to climbing them ladders and they, because right now you think that what's her name?
Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett is satisfied with where she's at right now. No, she want to go higher. And you can only go higher by one way. You got to do what the puppet master asks you to do.
What they tell you.
You can no longer for real. You know what I heard a manager tell a manager one time within my company, man? You got to stop thinking so much like a tech.
There you go. There you go.
So I can see somebody in a position where Crockett is trying to go tell Crockett, you got to stop thinking so much like you black.
You know, how many conversations you think she's had that?
You understand?
And like you said, whatever the puppet master say, if the puppet master say, look, we got to switch it up. If you want to go higher, I need you 7 out of 10 appearances. You got to come and get your own people.
You got to.
What?
Yeah.
I thought y'all said I only got to do it 2 out of 10. Well, it's right. You got to do it 7 to 8 out of 10 if you want to go higher. Guess what
you cannot have no morals because your morals are gone and your loyalty to your people whom you're supposed to be representing are gone. And that's why people like Amanda, who she's talking about, and Candace, who we're talking about, this is why. And these are the people that our people don't listen to. We'll listen to these politicians because why? They politicians, right? Man, these people is no good for you, man. Listen. I'm just saying, man.
That's what the selling of your soul is, guys. Your mind, your will, your emotions, your consciousness, your subconscious. When you will give all of that up, that's what selling your soul means. And our people, Tim Scott, he got his wake-up call. All that stomping for Donald Trump, and now they done redistrict you your seat to where that seat, that conservative black seat, is no longer gone. Look at Daniel Cameron. Daniel Cameron just lost for governor of Kentucky, and y'all remember that name. He the one that decided not to indict the former officers that unalived Breonna Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump endorsed the dude that was running against Daniel Cameron. And guess what? Last Tuesday, Daniel Cameron lost. And he did everything they told him to do. And he
I was gonna go there, man. You can do everything that they say do, and they still, just like I'm finna throw an entertainer name out there, Jennifer Hudson. Y'all know the story with Jennifer Hudson. Y'all, we've seen her go from American Idol but man, when you get to talking about sacrificing, and I'm not going to go all the way, but her whole family. And name me how many albums you done heard from Jennifer Hudson. Huh?
Say it again.
Huh?
What they gave her she on that talk show now. That's it.
Yeah, right. Giving her some other stuff. Right. But her story is very different than your girl, your favorite, Fantasia.
Right.
Fantasia went through the struggle.
Right.
Fantasia went through the struggle.
Right.
She went bankrupt twice.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Fantasia said, "I'm not doing all that."
She married the right person, got the baby she wanted, she got a talk show. She may not have the albums, but she certainly got other stuff going on.
Right, exactly.
Fantasia still doing tours and shows.
But you know why? Because Fantasia is trying to do what she think is right, what she believe is right. She is not allowed. Even listen to her how she talk about her life with her husband, man. It's a whole different, you know what I'm saying? So
That's right.
hey, man. We got 10 minutes. Y'all want to talk about David L. Rope before we get out of here?
Yeah, we can. I got a surprise for y'all at the end of the show too.
Okay.
Okay.
I like surprises.
Y'all
Nice.
really like this one. Y'all are like
I
this.
like surprises.
I'm excited. Hurry up.
Okay. What? What? David
Are you
L.
queuing
Rope.
up something?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay.
Solid Rock Apostolic Faith Ministries. Apostolic. What kind of word is that, man? Apostolic Apostle David L. Roper went viral with a sermon that he did, y'all. And man, look, this is the sermon that I told y'all that we are not going to play on this show tonight. I told you guys just to go Google him, and if you did, you probably already know what it is that he said. Just to put it in a small perspective, he was preaching on why a lot of you women can't succeed or go any farther because you got the male part on your mind. But he said it like
he said the word.
And
in the choice.
He said the other word what that comes with the woman, like
crazy.
And
bro.
he was talking about, man, when I tell you it was bad, people, it was terrible.
Yeah.
The question that I want to know is this. When will the congregations of these black churches get to a point where they'll be like, enough is enough? That's the question that I'm asking.
Something drastic is going to have to happen to us as a whole for them to say that. Now, the awakening is continuing. There are people leaving the church. There are people waking up to this truth and coming into this truth. But to answer your question, it's they're being entertained. So they go long as they, it's still a mystery to them to pay their tithes, pay their offering to the pastor of the church, and to get there on Sundays and auxiliaries during the week, meetings for different auxiliaries, the ladies usher board, the men's usher board, the deacons usher board, the mothers of the church, all these meetings, as long as they feel like they have purpose, they fine. So it would have to literally take something to happen to us as a collective for people in mass to wake up. But until that happens, and y'all forbid when that happens, they're not. They'll pile up in the churches like they do on Sunday, listen at a foul-mouthed pastor like that, and think it's okay. Did none of his members leave? They came back the next Sunday.
None of them left.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, he might have more members that joined since then.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for right here. Check this out. It's not a video, but I just want you to see the title of the article here, man. Hold on. Houston pastor tells congregation, y'all can't get saved, worrying about some, and he said it.
Yep.
Talking about women's vaginas. And I agree with Ayo. I don't believe it's going to happen because this is the sad thing within the black churches that we know, we have come accustomed to, is that these pastors, apostles, and evangelists, they are held in regards of gods on earth to these black members, and they can't do no wrong. And if they get behind that pulpit and they preach these type of sermons, then God must have gave that to them. So we're going to listen. And we're going to justify that wrongness. That's what I asked my wife when she listened to it. I said, he cannot tell me that the Spirit gave that to him. Well, yeah, you can. But the question I'm going to ask him is this. David, I ain't going to even give him his title. If I was a member of that church, I'm no longer calling him apostle. I'm no longer calling him pastor. I'm no longer viewing him in that manner, right? You have now just become a regular old man to me. You just David. I'm like, David, what spirit gave it to you?
Right.
I need you to narrow this thing down because there are many spirits. What you're not going to tell me, David, that spirit of God gave that to you. Come on, David. Be honest with me.
Right.
What spirit were you operating in, David, when you got up and you preached that?
Right.
What was you watching, David?
Right.
What was you watching the night before?
Right.
What were you listening to, David? What made David comfortable to get up and talk to his people in that manner? That is insane.
You a whole stumbling block now, bro. To them people.
How did we get here? How did we get here? In closing, how do you guys think that we got here?
Again, I think the verse that talks about having the form of godliness and like the power thereof, I think that's where we are. A lot of Christians or so-called black churches are their knives and sword is so dull that being around the same dullness, the same dull spirits, and having a form of godliness but no power and no authority, that's the word, no authority. They got comfortable with being like that. So there's no iron sharpens iron. And they haven't, just like the frog. Put a frog in hot, cold water, he gonna jump out. You put him in lukewarm water and turn them, they just being cooked.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, when it's in time of peril, when perilous times do come, they're not gonna know what to do because their souls are so mediocre. Their ruachs are so mediocre. So I think that's how we got here. It's just the dumbing down has been going on for a long time, and prosperity preaching is not gonna save you when it's in judgment day come. It's not gonna save you. So I think that's how we got here.
What you think, Bernard? How we get here?
I think it's the spirit of wanting to be entertained, especially in the unfortunately, especially in the black church. I think it started off years ago. If you think about how music service normally goes, what did they usher in? What is it called? Basically interpretive dance. It is the spirit of wanting to be entertained.
Yeah.
We're not there for the word. We're not there to be edified. We're not there to learn and grow closer to the Most High. It's how can we be entertained? What pastor hooped the best?
That's it.
How long did he hoop? What things from the world could he bring into his sermon? And how good did it make me feel? So as long as those things are being done, and that's what people are going to church for, this is the state of where we are.
That's it.
And I think it's only going to get worse.
That's it.
Comfortable enough to have that kind of story, and the people even stand up and clap for that.
Yeah, right. That's we in trouble.
I think that the black church has ran its course.
Yeah,
just like America. And when you run your course, you have a fear of losing that power, and you got to start doing things that you would normally do to maintain that power.
That's right.
And it goes back on what both of you guys were saying, that it has gotten to a point of desperation.
Yep.
That's what these pastors are doing.
Yep.
Now, we've always seen in the black church that they have competed with the world. We've always seen
Yep.
that. They have tried their best to try to keep up with the world, and they say that, you know, we doing this in the sanctity of Jesus, right? And so they'll bring certain things in, and that's where the problem came. Now, we know that the Christian church is not true. We know that it's a bunch of lies there, but I think all of us collectively can agree that there has always been that the Christian church has always been, before we knew what the truth was, a place of sanctification. It was a place that we could go to, we can feel that it was a whole place, and we could go there and we could feel comfortable. But now it has gotten to a place where it's no better than the strip club or just a regular club. It has become a social gathering. And the people that run them, which are the apostles and the preachers and so forth, they are the dumb dogs that Ezekiel talk about, that is leading the Most High's sheep
to the slaughter,
and they are going to get it. They are going to get it.
That's it.
Yeah. This has been great, man. I have enjoyed
man.
Tonight.
Yeah, it's been great.
But not you enjoy yourself.
I did. I have a few other stories I wanted to get in there, but I'm glad we got to the ones we did.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. This is great.
So I mean, I'm sure y'all gonna see our faces again sometime soon again, man. But yeah, this year has been good. It's been good for my soul. It's been good. You know what I'm saying? Just to sit over there across from my wife, looking at her, just her. Hey, that's all right. You know what, man? I'll pay your bill. I'll pay your bill, man. Okay. I got you. Hey, yo, man, love you and your family. Y'all we thank y'all so much for showing up, man. It's been real, man. It's been real. Get on up out of here, man. We're gonna do this thing again. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, I wait. I meant to say the surprise after when we go off air. So
okay then. Gotcha. Okay. Oh yep. So yeah.
Meant this.
Y'all ain't got no VIP. All right, we finna go.
We love you, but not VIP love.
Yeah, we finna go. Wait, hold on. We gotta make this the right way. Hold on.
Voice out.